Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Irene and today I'll show you how to make cutest tiny shops for a Christmas village using plastic doll houses. Last year I already used these toy shops for making Diagon Alley, and after that video I got many requests for making Christmas shops as well. So this year I've decided I'll do it. The first thing you want to do is to prime the houses, as acrylic paint will not stick to plastic. I'll leave the link to available options. You can either use an aerosol primer or self-priming paint like Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch paint. I'm using a leftover primer for plastic in black. After that, I'll paint the houses. I'm beginning with the upper floors. To make them look realistic, I'll use the dry brush technique, and I'm dry brushing all the shops in different shades, making some of them beige, painting the bricks terracotta and the like. Here you want to use a couple of shades at once, layering them to make it look more realistic. When I was making Diagon Alley houses, I dry brushed the shops just a little, leaving the black primer visible, but here I want a lighter effect, so I've covered the shops with several layers of paint till I liked the look. After that, I'll paint the bottom floors, where there are shops windows. Here I've used brighter shades like green, blue or yellow, and here I've already decided which shops I'm going to make. I'm painting the toy shop windows green, the restaurant windows dark blue, the perfume shop yellow, the glass boutique sage green, and the antique shop some brownish shade. After that, I've decided to add a little more colors. I've painted two of the roofs red and the rest of them dark gray. I've also painted the upper floor windows of the toy shop red, and I've made the upper floor windows of the restaurant the same color as the main windows. As for the rest of the shops, I'm painting the upper floor windows cream. Two of the shops have covers over the main entrance. I'm making one of them striped in red and cream. This one will sit on the toy shop. I'm making red stripes first, and after they are dry, I'm covering them with thin strips of painter's tape and painting the uncovered areas cream. This is to make the stripes nice and even. And I'm painting the second cover sage. It will sit over the close boutique entrance. Next, I'll attach the backends for the insides of the shops and the shop signs. I found pictures of the adjacent shops on the web, and I've edited the pictures to fit the little shops I have. I'll leave the links to the templates down below as usual, so I'm cutting out the pictures. And I'm attaching the signs and the inside images to the houses using white glue. Here I've used real shop signs from Paris, and I've included a little more into the templates in case you want to make a bookshop or a bakery as well. I've printed the images at a copy center, and they used a thick photo paper, so I'm separating the upper layer before attaching the images to the houses to make them thinner. After the overall look of the houses is finished, I'm dry brushing all the shops again. This time I'm using white to make them look a bit snowy, as we're making Christmas shops. Next, I'll make the drapes for a couple of the shops. I'm cutting out tiny pieces of burgundy velvet for the restaurant windows. I'm hot gluing the edges to look neat. and attaching them on the inside, and then securing them with some more hot glue to look like real drapes. I'm doing the drapes for the perfume shop too, but here I'm using yellowish velvet to fit the outside of the shop, which is yellow. Next, I'll work with the shops outside. I've decided to use tiny bottle brush trees for decorating the shops. I have rounded bushes, so I'm cutting them a bit to look like tiny Christmas trees and hot gluing at the restaurant's entrance. Here I've used big silver beads for the tree spots. And I'm attaching tiny Christmas trees to all of the shops. I bought them at different times, so all of them are a bit different looking. And I'll use pipe cleaners for making garlands. I'm painting the pipe cleaners I have using green acrylic paint. This will help make the pipe cleaners look much more natural, as the color is much more muted than they originally have, and also when you use paint, the fibers stick together a little and acquire direction, so they look much more like real conifer branches, especially the thicker pipe cleaners. And the good thing here is that you can use pipe cleaners of any color you have, as you'll be repainting them anyway. After the pipe cleaners are dry, I'm cutting them into smaller pieces and hot gluing them to the shop's windows. Here you can bend the pieces as you like to fit the windows, and also you can make them curvy to look like real conifer decorations. And they really add to the overall look, even without the further embellishment. So do use more if you can. I have prepared just 3 pipe cleaners like this, but I think I could use more. And next, I'll decorate all of the Christmas trees and the garlands, of course. I'm using seed beads and little pearls. Here I've tried to use specific colors for each shop. I'm decorating the toy shop with red, green and golden beads to look very cheerful and bright. I'm using white pearls and golden beads and just a little bit of green pearls for the cloth boutique. I think they look really elegant. Using white and pink pearls would look great here too. And as you can see, using tweezers really helps in this work. I'm using hot glue here, but a super glue would work just as well here. I'm using white pearls and golden beads and adding a few red ones for the restaurant, and as you can see, I'm trying to keep the same colors but decorating each shop a bit differently. As for the antique and the perfume shop, I've used silver and golden beads, and also I've attached bronze truncle wire to the trees and the garlands for an extra vintage look. Here you can use a bronze thread as well. You can stop with decorating right here, as the shops look really cute already, but I've decided to add more cute little details. I'm making tiny dresses for the glass windows by gathering tiny pieces of fabric onto a thread and hot gluing these little skirts to the toothpicks. And after the skirt is ready, I'm adding a little piece of fabric to the upper part to look like a dress top. I'm making one of the dresses from burgundy silk and the other one from green velvet, keeping the traditional Christmas palette here. First, I've used the bottle brush tree stands to stick the toothpicks into them and cutting off the top part of the toothpicks. But once I've tried the ready-made dresses into the window, I've realized they are too big, so I've cut the bottom part and hot glued the dresses right into the windows without the stands. Next, I'll make a table and a couple of chairs for the restaurant. I'm using buttons and wire for this. I'm bending the wire to make two brackets and inserting them into a bigger button, hot gluing them on the inside and then curving the wire ends a little to look like curvy table legs. To make a chair, I'm cutting a longer piece of wire, making a bracket again and inserting it into a smaller button. And then bending the bracket tips like this for the button to look like a chair back. Then I'm inserting the wire ends into the second smaller button and adding one more smaller bracket to get 4 legs and hot gluing them on the inside. And finally I'm curling the tips just like I did for the table. To finish the look, I'm cutting a circle out of cardboard and hot gluing it to the top of the table. And then I'm painting the table and the chairs browns. And I'm also painting all of the street lights and the smaller signs that the shop have browns. After all of them are dry, I'm cutting tiny cardboard circles to fit the chairs, covering them with burgundy silk and hot gluing the fabric covers to the chairs to hide the button tops. Of course, they are a little bit rough, but making them is rather quick. I've decided to make a bunch of vintage trunks for the antique shop. I'm making tiny cardboard boxes. Then I'm wrapping them in real leather scraps. Here you can also use faux leather, suede, fabric or foam. I'm making all of them in different colors. And I'm attaching tiny strips of leather to the boxes to make them look like trunks. One little strip for the handle. And 2 more strips for the trunk fastenings. Finally, I'm making a pile by hot gluing all of the trunks together and placing them near the shop entrance. I've also decided to add a tiny stool here. I've made it out of toothpicks and a scrap of leather, and I'm adding a head from a bronze decorative nail. Here you can place different tiny stuff, actually like cheap pendants, to look like lots of antique goods. And for decorating the toy shop, I've made several tiny boxes as well, and I'm wrapping them in tissue paper and making ties out of silk threads and then hot gluing them together. I wanted to add tiny toys here in the beginning, but I was a little bit late with this project, so I decided not to do this in the end. I'm attaching one of the gift piles to the insides of the shop as well as a tiny bottle brush tree, and the other pile goes to the outside. Then I'm connecting all the shops together into a street and attaching the street lights to place. Next, I'll make lighting for the houses using fairy lights. I'm hot gluing the fairy lights inside the houses. I'm trying to place the lights wire to go close to the sides of the houses so the lights and the wire are not visible from the outside. Here you can use longer fairy lights to light up the whole street. I'm using a string of plug-in fairy lights with 50 lights on it, and I'm threading the wire through the holes in the back of the houses. best is to attach them when lighted, then you'll be able to see at once where to place the lights. Or you can use smaller battery-operated fairy lights for keeping the houses independent. I did just this for the Diagon Alley shops, and here I've made the Class Boutique separate as the bigger fairy lights were not enough to fill it. Finally, I've decided to add more snow, so I'm painting all the roofs and the Christmas trees and the garlands using white acrylic paint. And I'm painting the shops where normally snow would be, like the top of the street lights, the horizontal parts of the houses, the roofs, and of course the street itself. And in the very end, I'm sprinkling the houses with white glitter, smearing the areas I want to glitter with white glue. And here is the result. I think the finished shops look adorable and will be a great decoration for a mantelpiece or a console table. You can make a whole Christmas village out of different houses by repainting and decorating and lighting them up like this, and they will cost you much less than buying those super cute but super expensive Limax houses, for example. And you can work with them for a long time, starting with a basic look and making the decorations more elaborate each year. I'm going to do just this by adding toys to the toy shop that I didn't have time to make this year. Well, I hope you liked today's project. I think it is really adorable and will do for decorating your house. And actually you can make over any plastic doll house like this by repainting it and decorating it with little garlands and beads and tiny bottle brush trees. I think they'll look just as cute. I also want to remind you that I made a makeover of these exact houses in a Diagon Alley from Harry Potter universe, and I'll link this video down below in case you haven't seen it already. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you in my next one. Bye!